أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. والحمد لله رب العالمين، وصلى الله على محمد وآله الطيبين الطاهرين. اللهم وفقنا وسائر المشتغلين للعلم والعمل الصالح بحق محمد وآل محمد. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعجل فرجهم والعن عدوهم. Imam Ali alayhi salam said, fairness is the best of characteristics. قال الإمام علي عليه السلام في قوله تعالى: إن الله يأمر بالعدل والإحسان. العدل الإنصاف والإحسان التفضل. With Islamic beliefs, we reach to doctrine number 18, the prophets and their books. We believe that all the prophets alayhim as-salatu was-salam and our Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa alihi are on the truth, and they are infallible and immaculate. This is what we believe. All the prophets, there is no exception. All the prophets, they are infallible and they are immaculate. No exception. To deny their prophethood, if somebody denies their prophethood, إذا أحد نكر نبوتهم, to reveal and denied them are parts of disbelief and atheism, since such acts result in the denial of our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, who has apprised us of them and declares their honesty. Actually, there is a verse in Quran. It said, وَمَا يَنْطِقُ عَنِ الْهَوَىٰ إِنْ هُوَ إِلَّا وَحْيٌ يُوحَىٰ. He never say word without the inspiration of Allah, or without the agreement of Allah. And also Allah said, describing His Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, وَإِنَّكَ لَعَلَى خُلُقٍ عَظِيمٍ. You have the perfect morals. Which means what the Prophet told us about, we have to take it and to accept it, not to deny it. When the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam told us that all the messengers, all the prophets, that means the whole 124,000 messengers and prophets, they are all immaculate and infallibles, they are. Nobody can deny this fact. Nobody can say the opposite. Nobody can say it is, no, they are not, or there is an exception. Or even if there is a person or a group or a sect of Muslims who is denying this fact or saying something the opposite of this fact, he is what? He is an infidel. It's a kind of atheism. We cannot accept it from him, because as a result, that means the Prophet himself sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he is what? He is a liar, and this is not accepted. Definitely this is not accepted. When the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam is telling us something that that we have to accept that thing, to agree with him, not to deny what he said, or to say that he is a liar. This is not accepted, because the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam is the all loyal person. He is the seal of the prophets, and Allah ascribe him with loyalty, with truthfulness. Nobody can say something opposite than this fact. Some of religious people, whether they are Muslims or non-Muslims, they ascribe the Prophet himself, Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, or the other prophets with bad descriptions, or with bad attitude, or with bad behaviors. These claims are not accepted. It is not accepted, because who you are in front of the Prophet, that Allah said, وَإِنَّكَ لَعَلَى خُلُقٍ عَظِيمٍ, that you have perfect moral. Who you are, and you are saying that the Prophet is lying. No, you are the liar. The Prophet is supported by the sky. The Prophet has a Quran. The Prophet, nobody mentioned a small mistake. If you say no, in Sahih Muslim, in Ahmad bin Hanbal book, in other books, they claim that the Prophet was doing some mistakes, just like he pissed while he was standing, or he was making salah with janab. No, these are all these are claims, and false claims, not real things. Because these quotes comes from untrustee people. We cannot accept them, because such a character that Allah himself express, he is having the perfect morals. I cannot believe somebody after Allah, or saying the opposite what Allah has said. For instance, when the Prophet saying that all prophets and their books are what are true, I have to believe it. I'm not going to inquire about it, or to make my claims, or to make my suggestions, or to put my thoughts in such a word, or in such a topic. I should take this topic as the Prophet said it. No more, no less. Nobody is going to talk the opposite what the Prophet has told about the previous prophets and the previous messengers. Yes, some of the authors, they try to say so. Why? For many reasons. Number one, they are liars. Number two, they are ignorant. If you say how it comes, they are writers, and they are orators, they are thinkers, they are scientists. How it seems that they are what? They are liars, they are ignorant. Yes, it happens. Some of the people, they said that we are scholars and we know everything, and when you come to their words, to their sentences, to their beliefs, you find they are what? They are having big mistakes. Big mistakes. Is it acceptable? Is it acceptable that if I am in a desert, there is no water, there is no food, only my wife next to me, is this acceptable? Mentally, is this acceptable? ما لكم كيف تحكمون. خب هي خل تاكله. Why she didn't have the right to eat him? Huh? Only he has the right to eat her. Such people, I cannot believe in them. I cannot even follow them. I have my mind to distinguish what is the right and what is the wrong, what is accepted and what is not accepted. If you have such a question, you say, okay, but why we wipe our heads and why we wipe our upper parts of our feet? This is what Allah and our Prophet, He told us to do. We have to follow Him. Definitely there is what? There is a reason. Definitely there is a reason. But I don't know what is this reason. But to give me such a verdict without a proof, without an evidence, this is not acceptable. I'm not going to follow you. Going back to our topic. It is, however, expressly obligatory to acquaint oneself with their names and codes of law, such as Adam, Nuh, Ibrahim, David, Solomon, Moses, and Jesus, alayhim afdal as-salatu was-salam wa ala nabiyina wa alayhi afdal as-salatu was-salam, as well as the other prophets whose names have been cited in the Holy Quran, just like Sheikh, Jacob, Yusuf, Joseph. Thus, to deny any of them is to deny all of them in general, and the prophethood of our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa alihi in particular. That means you are to deny even the prophethood of our Prophet Muhammad. He is the seal of the prophets. It is also obligatory to believe in the books and in whatever has been revealed to them from the Lord. However, it has been proven that the current Torah and Gospel, the Old and the New Testaments have been distorted, and their contents are not the identical revelations of the Lord. If you say, okay, how about the Old Testament, the Bible, they were what? They were converted. They were changed. We said this. The Quran, our Prophet said this. It has been converted. But it has been converted not by the Prophet himself. It has been converted by the people behind the Prophet's departure. They did so. Not the original book. The original book is correct. There is a Bible. There is there is a Bible. But the problem is, after departure of Jesus Christ, the people, the follower, they changed the sentences, they changed the verses. Why they changed it? In order to let people come to them, to give them money, to live in a special position. Exactly. Many alterations, تحويلات, تغييرات, modifications, additions, and deletions have been made to these two divine books since the time of the Prophet Moses alayhi salam and the Prophet Jesus alayhi salam. Moreover, the majority, if not the entire contents of these books were written by the followers and disciples of these two prophets a long time after their death. Majority, if not the entire contents of these books were written by the followers and disciples. This is has been yes. This is the reality. Their books, when the Prophet came, their books were what? Were true and correct. But the correction, the deviation, and the deletion of the sentences, where they happens after their death. After their death. Not like the Quran. Not like the Quran. After the martyrdom of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the Quran is still. Why? Because it has been protected by Ahlul Bayt, the 12 infallible Imams. Up to our days, till the doomsday, the Quran will still as it is, and it will never change. That's all for today. Walhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Wa sallallahu ala Muhammadin وآله الطيبين الطاهرين اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعجل فرجهم والعن عدوه